You know what the big problem with the Democrats chasing after the woke left is? The woke left hates America. If you're trying to be the leader of America, you might have to actually like the country. Now here's the thing. They're gonna come out and say, we don't actually hate America. Here's the thing, they do. Okay? Actions speak louder than words, but sometimes their words speak just fine. Like this story from Salon, which has been going viral because it is the goddamn 4th of July, God bless America. And we have this story. 4th of July's ugly truth exposed. The Declaration of Independence is sexist, racist, prejudiced. How can we embrace the underlying spirit of the Declaration of Independence and also learn from its shortcomings? Because, here's the thing. Normal adults in this country who like this country understand that we have bad things in our past. But we also understand that humans in general have progressed greatly and civilization has become pretty damn wonderful. Did you know that most people in the United States contain in their pockets a device which can grant them access to the summation of human knowledge? Talk about progress. We've done pretty good. And with the internet, more people have have the ability to speak up, challenge the system, and be heard. Yes, I understand that in the time of the Declaration of Independence, there were a lot of really bad things. But we don't look back to the Declaration of Independence and complain about how bad it is. We look back at what is good about it and how it brought about one of the most progressive and powerful nations the world has ever seen. We are one of the countries that actually grants rights to marginalized groups. Very few countries actually do. Of course, most of the modern ones do, but there are a lot of countries that are extremely oppressive. I can't say I'm surprised by any of this, however. In hindsight, it all looks so predictable. The outrage over the Declaration of Independence, completely predictable. Take a look at religion. For a long time, religion, Christianity in this country, was considered to be the norm. Most people were Christian, and most people are Christian to this day. Think about, entering a world. We've never had a president who wasn't a Christian. So for the longest time, Christianity, normal. Everybody Christian. In fact, I went to a Catholic school for a few years when I was little. I wouldn't consider myself Christian at all. I do believe in God. Whole other issue, though. I'd love to do like a religion debate with somebody who's like big into religion. But the reason I say it's predictable is that when you look at the Bible, there are a lot of really, really bad things in it. Right? The Bible, the Torah, whatever. A lot of really bad things. But when it comes to Judaism and Christianity, it's mostly the good things that have, persevered throughout the ages. We no longer stone people because they ate shrimp. You can eat pork. Okay, some people who are like strict observers don't, but even those who are extremely strict in their interpretation when it comes to Christianity, they aren't adopting the weird like bury people up to their neck and like lash them or whatever. The old Testament and a lot of the stuff in the Bible, it's just archaic and we don't use it. Scholars say that Judaism and Christianity have gone through a transformation, a modernization, right? A reform, in which now we uphold the best parts. So I love telling I love this idea. The Blackstone's formulation, I think, that it is better that 10 guilty persons escape than one innocent suffer, is, in my opinion, one of the most important aspects of a free, a liberty-based society. The idea that we will actually allow bad people to go free to protect the freedom, the liberty of the innocent. This actually has its roots in Christianity and I believe actually Judaism as well, the story of Sodom and Gomorrah, where God said he would not destroy the cities, if they have even one righteous person inside. The reason I highlight this, I personally think there's a lot of problems in organized religion, in many organized religions. I, grew up as kind of like on the left, Democrat, rather atheist. I don't think atheist is the right word to describe what I am today because I've done a lot of soul searching, learning, and have become more wise in my years. But I do see what's happening now with America, with the American flag and the Declaration of Independence as completely predictable in how they target religion. I was talking to some religious folks recently, and I said, if you want to explain to people why the Bible is a good thing, you need to find the aspects of our society that are rooted in the Bible and explain how, hey, do you like this thing we do? That's actually from the Bible, and we got rid of the bad stuff. So I often see the left attack religious folk for believing the Bible wholesale. Well, you can criticize certain portions of the Bible for sure, while recognizing many of the ideas in there have persisted to this day and evolved into something better. Where we're at today? Well, it's the good old 4th of July in the year of our Lord 2019, and we can see that they don't like the Declaration of Independence now. Yes, because instead of taking the good things, declaring life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, they're focusing on the bad of the era. And now I'm going to shock you. So I don't know if you've been following the Colin Kaepernick Nike shoe fiasco, where they canceled a shoe with the Betsy Ross flag in it, the original flag of the U.S., saying it was offensive because once again, we can see on this 4th of July, the celebration of our independence from Great Britain, many people on the left are saying these old symbols can only be bigoted. They can't be symbols of something good. They can't represent good. They can only represent bad. Check this out. Georgetown professor compares Betsy Ross flag to swastika, KKK burning crosses. Are you kidding me? That flag symbolizes how we declared ourselves to be independent, that foreign oppressive rulers could not tell us what we can or cannot do. And I kid you not, we are now hearing people, I think it was like Beto O'Rourke, saying that white nationalists have appropriated the flag. Not true. It was like one guy who flew the flag. So here's what happens. Someone's flying the flag, they happen to be a white nationalist, and then all of these people on the left start wiggling their arms in the air and hooting about, the encroachment of the alt-right. Because there seems to be an obsession with the left to give up our symbols to the worst of the worst. They're pessimists. They hate America. Listen, for a long time, right? I made this point before. Family Guy did a joke where they were, it was like Hannity and Combs, and this guy saying liberals hate America, and the joke was that liberals don't hate America. I still believe that liberals don't hate America. I'm liberal. I love America. And I know many liberals. They all love America. The issue isn't that liberals hate America. It's that whatever the left is becoming hates America. And so long as these people on the left become more prominent and more vocal, then it's fair to point out the left is not liberal anymore, as we know, and the left absolutely does not like America. They hate it, in fact. They call it whiteness, colonialism. They don't like it. Listen, if we were going to give back the land to everyone who had ever had their land taken, then we just, you can't. It can't be done. To trace it all back to its roots and rewind time to restore ancestral homelands would be like you'd wipe out Asia and Africa at the same time because there's been, humans have conquered other lands. But here's the thing. We're at a point now where we can recognize why we shouldn't do this. Why we shouldn't have a bunch of people with guns go and take stuff from other people. Colonialism is not a good thing, for the most part. So today, we can say, well, we have our history rooted in bad things. We have done great things. We have done great things. And now we can stop doing the bad things, and everything will be better from here on out. But if you're a pessimist on the left who thinks that the Betsy Ross flag is offensive, and the Declaration of Independence is offensive, well, you're only focused on the negative of everything. And I assure you, if you do that, we can find negative things in every culture from every people's history. And no, you will not be doing anyone any favors. But this is a tweet that I actually really like in reference to the Betsy Ross flag. Alex Griswold tweeted, not a great sign that the articles about how the Betsy Ross flag is a white supremacist symbol quote a bunch of experts saying they don't really see it being used that way. On the other hand, though, you have, quote, many on social media. So here's one where it says, while she has never heard of the Betsy Ross flag being used by white supremacists, Jelaine Schmidt, an associate professor of religious studies, and the next one, to be clear, the Betsy Ross flag is not nearly as recognizable a symbol of white supremacy as the Confederate flag. Quote, this is not a flag I see waving at events or even displayed on their websites. And that's from Mark Pitkovich from the Anti-Defamation League. It's outrage. Check this out. He says the social media hyperlink goes to freaking Adam Best. Adam Best is also known for just blatantly lying for retweets. And here's a pants on fire. This all feels rather Trumpian, in that Kaepernick just sort of said something and dozens of people felt the need to immediately scramble for justification after the fact. This is not Trumpian. This is Ocasio-Cortezian. This is what she does. She says something that's ridiculous, and then everyone just says, my tribe said so, therefore yes. You've lost the plot. And look, to the Democrats, you've got to throw this away. Okay? We cannot be a country that thinks our history, our historical symbols, which represent the birth of a nation, are bad things. Otherwise, you just don't like America. On this 4th of July, wave the American flag. Because I think America's a great place. You know why? I've been around the world. I've seen other countries. Many of them are not fun, and they're extremely oppressive. Even countries we think are good are not, in some ways. There's good and bad everywhere. And if we only ever just be negative and rag on these things, it's just going to be unfun. You know why I think the left is going to lose time and time again? Because today, for whatever reason, the right is having fun with memes and jokes and a chortle and a laugh. Trump is hilarious. He posts memes. People feel good about this. The left is saying everything sucks all the time, and who wants to live in that world? I don't. I'll tell you what'll happen. You've got people who are looking at the left and the right, and the right makes a joke and laughs. They're looking at this group on the left, and they're people grumbling and angry and fighting all the time. And they're going to be like, look, man, these guys sound like they're having a good time. I want to smile. Some people want to be angry. They really do. They want to be upset all the time. I don't. So I'll tell you this. You're going to find moderates, centrist, center-left individuals who are going to be like, I don't like those guys on the right, but I am not going to hang out with Debbie Downer, okay? If you want to go be grumpy and complain all the time, I'm going to go skate, okay? I'm going to go skateboarding and just say no to everything and ignore everything. If you're not having fun, why be involved? They just hate everything, don't they? It's like everything's always offensive. And now apparently America is offensive. Great. Whatever. Have a happy 4th of July. Take this video not as a negative. Don't be upset. Be happy. Smile, wave your flag, launch something in the air that explodes, and look at it and celebrate. Because I'll tell you what most Americans are going to do today. They're going to have a beer, a hot dog, a burger, or a salad if you're on a diet or vegan. And they're going to celebrate American independence. To a lot of people, I don't think they think too much about what it means, but they're going to have a good time with their friends and their family, and they're not going to be griping over the Declaration of Independence like the rest of these wingnuts who are driving the Democrats off a cliff. Stick around, more segments to come, and I will see you shortly.